Hello, you with Sammi Haynes here as I have a real conversation with the real former wife of comedian Kevin Hart, Miss Torrei Hart. Welcome.
Hey, thank you.
How are you?
Wonderful. How are you?
It is good to have you here.
It's good to be here.
And I just have to ask you this question.
Okay.
Have you ever been on BT Real Husbands of Hollywood?
Hell no.
So that's not you?
That is not me. I am not Bridget. Okay? My name is Torrei Hart.
Well, you know, I thought you were on the show. Me and my friends thought that was you on the show. So when I met you, I was like, that's not the one
That's
I saw
an
on the
imposter.
television. You are not the real former wife, but you said that's an imposter.
She's an imposter.
She's an actress.
Yeah, she's an actress.
Oh.
Yes. But
Thank
so
you.
am I. Which really they should have had me playing myself. But they didn't. But it's okay.
Well, it's so good to have you.
It's good to be
So it's
here.
good to have the real
Yes.
former wife of
I
Kevin
am
Hart.
the real. The real.
Who is Torrei Hart besides knowing you as the former wife of Kevin Hart? Let's talk about you.
Well, I am a mother first. I am a businesswoman. I am an actress. I'm a producer. I'm a writer. I am a lover of pins like these right here.
No, you can't have this.
I
love
want
brooches.
Brooch.
At the end,
Okay.
let's think about it.
Y'all witnessed it. I asked. He said he's going to give it
And
to
I
me.
said I don't know.
And he said at the end.
what the answer will be, we'll let you know. But just tell me a little bit more about who you are.
All right. I'm an adventurer. I'm a thrill seeker. I love to jump out of planes. I love to bungee jump. I'm just excited about life.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's an amazing place to be in.
Mm-hmm.
So how does it feel to be where you are today? Do you live in a dream, or this is what you should have?
I feel like this is what I should have. I mean, God put something in my heart when I was 6 years old, and to be successful. And I just feel like now things are starting to come into fruition. I've been putting in the work for a lot of years, and now I'm starting to see the benefits of the work that I've been doing.
Wow.
Yeah.
So tell us some of that work. But before you do that,
Okay.
first of all, let's talk about comedian Kevin Hart for a minute.
Okay.
How did you guys meet?
Well, we met at community college in Philadelphia.
Oh, wow.
Kevin was in the cafeteria, and this is before he ever hit a stage. He was working at a sneaker store, but he was in the cafeteria in Philadelphia just telling jokes.
Oh, wow.
And, I mean, he had a whole crowd.
But was he
surrounding
funny
him.
then?
Oh, my God, yes. He's always been funny.
Oh, okay.
Very, very funny.
So it's pure organic. It's not made up.
He's a funny guy, and that's why I think we've clicked, because I'm a prankster. I pull pranks on people all the time.
So I won't play with you.
You can. I welcome it, because I like somebody who
Are
can
you
be
nice or you mean?
I'm nice.
Okay.
But I can be mean sometimes.
If they cross you.
If they cross me. But
Okay.
for the most part, I'm nice. I give people what they give me.
Okay, got
And
it.
I usually give people nice and fair,
Right.
and that's who I am.
Got you.
But Kevin was, in the cafeteria. He was just cracking jokes, and everybody was surrounding him. And I was like, who is this guy? I mean, he's 5'2". Like, why is everybody surrounding this little guy?
Right.
And so I walked over to him, and I was looking at him like, you're funny. I like funny men. Like, and, from there we hit it off, and I just said, you should be doing comedy. And he said, it's funny you say that because someone else just told me the same thing. And 2 days later, he had his first comedy show, and he invited me down to his comedy show. He asked me to hold his phone while he went on stage.
So that made you feel a little special.
And men don't let nobody hold their phone. So if a
Of
man
course.
give you his
When they
phone,
come up,
he's like, hold my phone.
Right.
Hold your phone. Oh, we go together. You asked me to hold your phone. So he asked me to hold his phone. He bought me some chicken wings and a Sprite. And
were you in then? Chicken wings and the Sprite?
it was chicken
you
wings
sold.
and a Sprite. I was done. I was like, oh, he bought me chicken wings. So after that, he got off stage. He did very, very good. And we were inseparable, like, pretty much ever since. Yeah.
So did you feel like he was going to be as big as he is today? Do you think he really had it? Did you see that before he got to where he is today?
I always believed in him. Yeah, from day one, I always believed in him. I always encouraged him. I mean, I didn't know it would be the magnitude that it is right now.
Right, because it seemed like he just blew up all of a sudden. I know that he was out there, but it just kind of like...
It was not all of a sudden. Let me tell you, he's the hardest working man that I know. I respect him. I learned so much from him. He works nonstop. He doesn't sleep. So it's, when people say they felt like it just happened. I was like, no, I was there. I saw him go back and forth to New York from Philly 2 hours a day to do a $20 gig. Come back on Greyhound. I mean, I would drive him to his shows. I was there. I watched how hard he works. So it didn't happen overnight. He didn't just blow up. He's been working hard for everything he gets, and everything he has, he deserves.
Wow,
Yeah.
amazing. I'm having a conversation with Miss Torrei Hart. So let's continue this conversation. So
All right.
tell me about your family.
My family, my kids?
Yes.
I have 2 beautiful kids, Heaven and Hendrix.
Heaven and Hendrix.
Yes, Heaven is 8 and Hendrix is 6. And those are my babies. I call them my little rock stars. Great children. They're very funny. They are following in me and Kevin's footsteps. They're also very spiritual children. My son, he walks around with the Bible. Always, you know, asking questions about God. He's very inquisitive about God. And, you know, it's just in him.
So while you're there, let me ask you this. How have the children made that transition of mommy and dad not being in the same household?
Well, it was tough on my daughter. She's older, so she didn't quite understand it. My son, he gets it, but he was young when we got divorced, so he's just kind of just flowing with it. But my daughter, you know, at first it was hard for her. She would sleep with pictures of me and Kevin. And, you know, she would just be like, well, Mommy, you guys look so happy here. What happened? And I'll say, well, baby, you know, we were happy there. That was a moment. But now me and your dad, we're working together to parent you and Hendrix. And we're still a family. We just don't live together.
So do you think a couple can really be friends and really co-parent together after the divorce?
I do. I do. Me and Kevin are working on that right now. We have our bad days, we have our good days, but for the most part, we are doing a great job.
Right. So how do you think divorce may have just simply affected you? Did you feel like it was necessary or unnecessary to really happen?
Wow. I feel like for the journey I'm on now, it was necessary. During that moment, I never would have thought we'd ever get divorced because I didn't get married to get divorced. I told him, you know, I don't believe in divorce. My parents have been married for 40 years. So divorce was not an option for me. We separated once before. We tried to work it out again. I had my son. And then, you know, the second time around, it didn't work out. We weren't getting along. But now that we're both in different places, we're working together for the sake of the children. We're actually friends. Like we joke, like we used to joke when we first got together. Like, you know, playing back and forth.
So it's better?
Yeah, it's a lot better.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how do you balance with, I know that many times when I listen to Kevin do a stand-up, he referred to your family life and some of the experience with you kind of maybe popping out of the trunk and things like that. You know, I know that
it was not a trunk. It was a truck. There's a huge
difference. He said trunk.
He said trunk, but it was a truck. It was an SUV. Okay, granted, you know, people do crazy stuff.
Right.
I was young. I was in love. When you're in love, you do crazy stuff. The pheromones, all that stuff be rushing through your head. And let me tell you, if a guy ain't putting it down, then you ain't gonna act crazy.
All right, so he was putting it down.
So that's all I'm saying. So, you know, and if a woman don't get crazy, you better check yourself and find out, like, does she really and not saying you have to go crazy to love somebody. But, you know, in certain situations, sometimes those emotions will make you do things you don't normally do.
So when you hear him
and it wasn't a truck.
Like it wasn't a truck. It was a truck.
It was a truck.
Okay, so when you hear him say things like that, it's just funny to you.
I don't care. I don't take anything personal. Life to me is one big joke. And not, you know, in a bad way, but the world has been around for millions and millions of years. I'm here for 80 plus years, God willing. I'm having fun. I'm living. I'm looking at the positive in every situation. I'm not taking anything personal. Nothing.
So, tell us this. You're adventurous.
Yes.
You're funny.
Yes.
So why are you at this point feel like the world needs to hear Torrei Hart?
I have a lot to say. I'm a firm believer in everybody's story should be told. I feel like my ex-husband had a platform, you know, to speak about his family through his point of view. And I feel like my point of view should be heard. So for me to be able to have this type of platform and show the world who I am, and the reason why me and Kevin got together, that's what we did. We joked, we got along, we argued, we cried, we laughed.
Movies and things that are coming out. How do you feel about those movies and opportunities that are happening for Kevin now? Because he's really huge right now. Do you think it's a good thing? Are you full support of him? Or you like...
Oh, no, I'm very supportive. No, I'm very supportive. I'm not a hater.
So you don't want to chop him up? And...
Oh, no. No, he's the father of my children.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. And I know how much he loves his children.
Awesome.
And me and Kevin, he still does things for me. He still does very nice things for me. We still do celebrate holidays together. We still do different family vacations together. Like, we're not enemies. I don't know why people feel like we're enemies. We're not enemies.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, Tori, are you happy?
I'm very happy.
Thank you for having this conversation. We got some more coming. So I'm going to put all of my questions away and just ask you a couple questions off the cuff, if I can. Yeah, pump it up.
All right.
So, tell me, right quick, what is your favorite drink?
Favorite drink? That would be my Skimpies.
Actually, well, you better promote.
Listen, that would be Skimpies. And you can mix it with lemon lime soda. You can mix it with vodka, whiskey, anything.
Anything.
And this is for you, Sammy.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. So thank you for
having me. Someone do me a mix
me.
Tonight. And
it's 20 calories per serving. Not that you need to worry about your weight.
Am I big?
No, you look good. Maintain your weight.
Right.
With this.
And this can be found in Walmart again when?
Yes, this is going to be in Walmart this year, February 14th.
Awesome.
Yes.
What's your favorite perfume?
I still wear Angel.
Favorite shoe design?
Giuseppe Zanotti. Jimmy Choo.
Why go natural?
Why not? I was tired of wearing wigs.
Thank you for coming.
Of course.
And just sharing and having a simple conversation.
Of course. I had a wonderful time.
Conversations are really great things. And I enjoyed you being here. So before you leave, you got to tell everybody that's out there watching us today. How can we find you on social media? And then what website can they look and find more information about Torrei Hart?
Sure. Well, you can find me on my website, which is torreihart.com. You can also find me on Instagram at Torrei Hart, which is TORREIHART. You can find me on Twitter at TORREI_HART. Somebody stole my name, so I had to put the underscore.
Right.
And then you can find me on Facebook under Tori Lauren Hart. LORIN. My mom did that. That was her spelling.
Get that correct. Blame it on mom.
Yeah, it's my mom.
Thank you for having a conversation with us.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Conversation with Sammi Haynes.
Bye.